Hey everyone, it's Who is the Leader here. I'm the one who made this mod map for Failrace, and I saw in the comment section a lot of people wanted a way to download it. Now the file size is a little too big to actually put in the official Beam.NG drive repository, which is why no one was able to find it. So since you can't really give external links in YouTube comment sections, I thought I would just make a video that I could actually control what the description is for where you can download it. And while I'm going ahead and making the video, I thought I'd tell you a little bit how I made it with basically zero actual modding skill, and also just a few interesting areas that you might not see in the videos. So first up, there's a sort of watery trench over here as an alternate path to cool down a car. Also, same deal over here. There's a little watery trench you can drop down into to cool down a car. If I were to just drop down into it, you can see it's not actually that bad of a drop. It's sandy at the bottom, there's water to slow your fall, so it can help a lot with an overheating car in the game. Also, there's a little ring road that's pretty fun to drive around that connects up to the destruction circuit. It's mostly background scenery, but it's still fun to drive on, and it connects back up to the circuit over through this little path in the trees here. So, in terms of how I actually made this thing, um, the main thing you want to know is that in Beam.NG Drive, when you have a mod, you can either have it be a zipped file or unpacked, which is this. And the unpacked one, you can just do more for editing it because it's not a zipped file. You can edit the individual files easier. And so, the best way to make your own mod map is to go ahead and start with one that's already got assets and stuff and textures in it, and then just delete the assets out of the file that you don't want and add in a couple more from an official Beam.NG Drive map. So in this case, the official Beam.NG Drive maps are sort of located in a file path, something like this, where that's program files over there. So it might not be easy to find on your computer if you're not very tech savvy like me, but you'll eventually figure it out. So you can get to the file path for all of the levels, and then you can choose one such as East Coast USA, which still has the older textures, which makes the file sizes smaller. Go to Art, Shapes. You can find, say, like Miscellaneous has some good stuff in it. If you were to just copy the miscellaneous file to the same file path location in your, not this one because it's a zipped file. Oh yes, it was this one, unpacked. This is a copy of this map from midway through development. If you were to just copy this into the same file path, none of the textures would be mapped correctly because they all have these .json files. They all have these built-in texture mapping file path. And so if that's not the name of the actual file path anymore, none of the textures will map correctly. So you could either do it like I did, manually, the hard way, doing search, find, and replaces in Notepad++, or is it plus plus? I don't remember, but there's actually a tool that will help you do it a lot easier, which is this one. Not made by me, made by this guy. Very nice tool, works really well. There's a couple of functions in here, including helping clean up your levels to reduce the file size. And there's another one that helps you transfer files over into a new file. But the kind of easiest thing you can do to avoid some of the long and arduous file setup if you want to make a mod map is to start with one where you actually like the textures. I started with a mod map that this one actually, made by This person right here, they did a really good job with the textures, so I kind of stole the textures from this mod map as a basis. And then all of the other assets are just Beam.NG Drive official assets that I placed in there. Because the if you start with a copy of an official Beam.NG Drive map, the textures won't be easy to modify at all. Because where's the... There it is. You can't just do that, or this, or that, or this. The textures are one big texture mapped across the whole map, so this will just change the particle effects. It won't change what it looks like in an official Beam.NG Drive map. You would have to either manually redo all the terrain textures yourself, or just make a copy of a mod map that already has it done this way with smaller textures that are sort of mapped accordingly. You would see what I mean if you were to try and edit a copy of an official Beam map. You wouldn't be able to change what the terrain looks like very easily. And so beyond that, it's actually fairly easy stuff to work with these. You just go to shapes, you get to whatever the folders that you've imported are, and you can just double click and place your things. If you want to make them bigger, you can, I pressed 2 there. You can twist them all around, move them up and down, and then it's just kind of placing Lego blocks, really. This part's easy. Not too much skill there. The hard part is just getting all of the files you want in one thing where you can work on it. So once you unpack the thing, your stuff isn't actually saved in the location of the map. It's saved under the version number under levels. You would have to go in here, grab this, whatever the name is, and then overwrite the version from mods. But it's not that folder, it's the one inside this folder, inside levels. So you can see the levels. Yeah, you have to go through levels before you can get to the one that you would say Control V and then overwrite the files. So that's a really simple version of just sort of my approach to making this with basically zero actual modding skill, just sort of reusing stuff other people made. I hope you found it fun, and I'll have a link below where you can download the map yourself. And I hope you enjoyed. Bye.